Hello! Welcome to another stream. Oh. Oh no. That means all the videos I recorded today. I had too many buttons undone. Uh-oh. Whoops. Oh well. Hopefully no one will notice. But anyway. How's it going? Welcome to another stream. Hello, Marsha. How's it going? Today I'm drinking an Italian wine. I don't know. It's Italian. It's wine. It's Fred. But anyway, we are back for another unplanned stream. Today is Sunday, May 2nd of 2021. And the plan for today is to finish something that's been in my inbox since March? No. February? February. Oh, I'm so behind on this. But you can imagine the accumulated stress of leaving an unread email. I'm very much an inbox zero person, and I've had an unread email since February. And it's been slowly driving me insane. So we're gonna finally try and fix it today. February of this year at least. But let me say hi to everyone. JDMC with first day. I believe that is your first. Welcome to the stream, JJMC. Good to see you again. Graham's iPad is also here, as well as Marsha. And D-Dels, good to see you as well. Oh my god, flower crown carpet. That's so adorable. Oh my goodness. Let's see if we can get that real big. The real big flower crown. Oh, you can't see because it's on the screen. The Twitch does this weird thing where until you hover over it, actually I think this might be a Chrome thing, where it doesn't follow source set until you mouse over it for some reason. But it's just pretty adorable. Oh, the bee is like way more unsettling in high definition. But anyway, any hoosers. That's that. Oh god, how do I do this little thing? Have you seen Carp's Little TVs? Yes, I did see Carp's Little TVs. Because I have the high-res version. I have the extremely high-res version, which is even bigger than the one that goes up on Twitch. Whoops. Hey! D-Delsp! Thank you for the resub at 5 months with Prime, 5 months of subbing. Happy I found you during AOC. Been good to get connected to the community. Indeed. It has been a better place with you, D-Delsp. That's for sure. And Silly Buttons is here. Hello, Silly Buttons. Let me find the... Where the fuck did I put that? Here's the big version. Here's the big version. The biggest version that I have. Of course, it has Kit Felicity's watermark behind it, but I mean, I could probably do some what's it called? Magic wand tool to get just carpet out, but yeah, that's the super version. Also, if you want to see super bonk, here's big boy bonk. The biggest bonk you could ever get. But yeah, also from the same artist because consistency. All right, so I have this long ass email, and I don't remember what I'm supposed to do with this. But I had a meeting in mid-February with the Debian and Ubuntu maintainers of Python, and we talked about some of the changes that they wanted or that they've been pressured to make from the community. I don't know if they wanted to make them. I don't want to put those words in their mouths. But we talked about a bunch of changes to Python itself, but also related tools like virtualenv and pip and such, and kind of the strategies for those. And from the meeting, we decided that we're going to provide a dash full package, which makes it easier to install most of the things you would want to use for Python. So by default, when you install Python on Debian, you just get Python. You don't get VM, you don't get lib2to3, you don't get distutils, you don't get all the other auxiliary packages around it. But the full package, or at least the idea behind the full package, is that you would pull in those other things so that you can kind of get the rest of the stuff that you actually want. Hey, what's up, Sarcastic Dante? Hello, hello. And Nirum is here. Hello, hello, Nirum. Sarcastic Dante says like pre-commit. Well, the full package isn't gonna install pre-commit. Oh, I'm so glad I wrote notes for this. Because they had a lot to talk about. I swear I wrote notes elsewhere. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't write notes. But at least I wrote up this issue for me. That should make this easier. And I've pre-cloned some of the repos we're going to be modifying today. I think we actually have to modify way more than that. But I think it boils down to just this commit, which is, well, I don't need to add to git ignore because I don't use that file. But changelog, I already made this change, so I don't need to make that change. But I need to add this package. Again, I don't have to make this change. This was me being like, please, 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 please split out distutils. Please don't make me have all this pain again. They're like, oh yeah, I didn't realize how shitty that is. I guess we'll fix that. Why is there lens flare in this screenshot? Wait, seriously? Why would they? Oh my god, this looks so funny. LSP release -A! Oh my god, why would they do this? It looks so shit too. It's like not even a good lens flare. It's like they lens flared and then they're like, you know what this needs? A fuck ton more JPEG. Seems real saves a couple of keystrokes. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Else says, wait, was that the Konami code Easter egg at one point? What? I don't know what you're referencing. I'm already lost. Jigpegify, Captain? Yeah, where? Okay, but yeah, basically I have to do this change. I think it's gonna be pretty straightforward, but I have to apply it over and over and over and over and over and over. So yes, we are going to do that. But it should be pretty easy. Oh, Facebook. Facebook had Konami code Easter egg. Oh. Up, down, down, left, right, B, A. I don't know what start select would be. No, it doesn't seem to be a thing. Joloki, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you are doing well. So the tricky part about this is some of the things don't have these libraries. So this is going to be a little messy. Also, I think deadsnakes used to have a -all package, which solved relatively the same thing. So let me see how far forward Felix did the all packages, because I don't know. New package detail. Alright, so I know it wasn't in 3.6, because those are the packages I did, so these should not have a -all. They don't. About 3.5. 3.5... Or it might have been called complete. Oh, okay. So I don't have to do earlier than 3.5. What does the 3.5 complete package depend on? FM 3.5. Debian. Debian. Right. We were going to be trolling and call it Debian, right? Debian.control. Complete. Oh, this contains way more than the full package. Huh. Interesting. I guess complete literally contains everything. Okay, but we don't have to do earlier than 3.5. I did write myself a little checklist from last time we did this. So we don't have to do earlier than 3.5, so we can get rid of those. Oops. And we can replace all the X's with spaces because we have not done any of them yet. Oh, right, but Xenial starts with an X. We can actually delete Xenial because we're no longer, even though it hasn't end of life. Actually, I think it just did. I think it just end of life. But we don't have to support Xenial. So these are the ones that we need to do, which actually isn't that many. This is a shorter list than I thought it was going to be. Why is the person root and using sudo while root? Oh no. Oh no. Hey, what's up, Catherine? Hello, hello. I'm doing well. Oh, speaking of doing well, I mean, I'm not doing completely well right now. I had my second vaccine shot this morning, and it's been an interesting day, to say the least, I guess. Yeah. I expect tomorrow will be worse, because that's what it was the first time. But yeah, my nanobots, as they call it, they have been upgraded to Service Pack 2. Okay, I've got Windows XP coursing through my veins. I actually don't know whether it improved the reception or not because my phone is still on LTE, so I don't know if I got that good 5G boost. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I got stabbed with the nanobots, D-Dells. Do I have a fever? I have no idea. Also, they like did a little temperature sensor at the vaccination clinic, and their sensor must be completely fucking broken because my temperature registered at 73.5 degrees, slightly above room temperature, which I would be super dead. And there's no way that my actual temperature was 73.5. But the lady would just like shrugged and wrote it down on the sheet and was like, all right, cool, go ahead. But I was like, maybe this is all for show then. What would you have done if it's at 105? Like, oh, well, I guess it's just boogie. Ship it. You were so excited for this. Yes, I did. I finally got it. When the nanobots be Service Pack 1. Oh, wait, you had COVID. Yeah. Service Pack 1 was the first dose. He has a fever of 75, yeah. Could be worse than when you were ill before. Yeah, no. There's no way it would be as bad as actually having COVID, so. That's for sure. I think you'd know if you had a fever. My face was flushed. I mean, my face is a little flushed right now, so. But it could also be that I'm drinking wine, so. But, yeah. I think, I don't know. I probably have a fever. Do I have a fever? You can't actually tell if you yourself have a fever. Because clearly it would be the same temperature. Temporal thermometers are absolute garbage. Yeah. I mean, some of them are good. Just the one they were using was actual garbage. Hey, what's up, Fixer Jane? Good to see you again. Hello. A corpse would be the temperature, exactly, yeah. The morning after the shot was the worst. Yeah, I took tomorrow off. Preemptively, because I was like, yeah, there's no way it's gonna be a good day. Sparksy, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Noodle fell over. No, I put Noodle in a compromising position. Noodles, I don't know. Noodles noodling. Noodle. That's whenever like concrete couldn't walk. Yeah, same. That was what happened to me as well. Fixer Jenkins says, caught the second half of this conversation, but the second dose is slightly hitting me right now. Just feel sluggish and sore arm. But other than that, I'm chilling. I'll be off tomorrow as well. It's awesome. Well, we are vaccine day buddies, I guess. Cheers to that. You took tomorrow off? Does that mean tomorrow stream? Yes. I will be streaming tomorrow. Indie Monkey, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Noodles teabag. Oh no. Milky! How's it going, Milky? Good to see you. If y'all don't know, Milky also streams with us in the Podgrammers, so you should check out Milky. I don't know how you wouldn't know Milky, to be honest. Like, who doesn't know Milky? Psychostudiante says, I've lived a life full of lives. WAV files can also contain data encoded with a variety of lossy Wait, what? Is WAV just a container? Wait, really? I thought WAV was... Why are WAV files so fucking big then? What? Huh. Interesting. DL says, from a technical computer standpoint, if they entered your temperature in a computer system, coming as someone who worked in the industry, I've seen stranger values like 38 when they put Celsius rather than Fahrenheit. Yeah, but like 75 makes no sense in either. Because what, 75 in Celsius is like, what, 150? 50? 75 C in F. 167. Oh, was it 75 or was it 73? I mean, they're still pretty close to about the same thing. But still, like this number is a different type of dead. That one's like, you might be on fire type of dead. But WAV is a container like MKV. Interesting. Could be an accidental room air entry. I mean, yeah, maybe. I don't know. Podgrammer gang, it's true, it's true. I just had a shower and I'm warm too. Nice, nice. Wait, did Marsha say that? Marsha sent me a message the other day and was like, every time I go to take a shower while you're streaming, you come back and you're not streaming anymore. And I was like, well, I guess just never take showers then. Fixed. I'll stream forever. That wouldn't work, but... Okay. Alright, so let's do the first one of these. I think we're going to start with 310 focal, since that should be the easiest one to do. And then, in theory, we'll cherry pick the same patch to all the other ones and go from there. I think 3.6 is going to be different. Yeah. Oh, we forgot to get rid of the X's. X2 space. And that is our checklist that we're going to start with. Okay. Python 3.10. Let's go. A different type of dead, right, Sparksy? Fuck, what is that from? Never mind. I know what it's from. Never mind. We're not gonna talk about it. Okay, so let us but I don't think I need to make this change. This change is incidental. But I do need to add this to the end of that file. Debian/control. Control not in. Right. We need to add this down here. I wrote a script to do this last time, didn't I? Yeah, what are you, T? T, what are you? Oh, right. Bug. Well, we could script this again, right? With open debian/control.in a plus as f.right this thing. I think that's how that works. Yeah? No? Yeah? No? Boo 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 boo. Oh shit, what was message? Oh, we also need to do... Oh, fuck, we gotta do the other thing. God damn it. How many more get aliases? Yeah, what's a .in file? It's not specific to any particular programming language or file format. In this case, it's just a template file. Debian templates out these particular @ chunks. And, Yeah. Dino says, back to the lens flare with Python. Apparently, if you go into interactive and do import this, it does some weird stuff in the console that's lens flaring. Yeah. I actually forgot to do a video on this. I've been meaning to do this. Been meaning to do this. But I have done videos about all sorts of other Python Easter eggs. Hey, what's up, Ezekiel? Hello. Good to see you again. Like the most recent one that I did that's very specific to Python 3.9 is double under peg parser, which there's syntax error. You found it, but this is a particularly rare Easter egg because it's no longer present in Python 3.10. It's gone. I just snapped it up right like that. You found it. What other ones have I not done? No, I haven't done the from future import braces one either. Did I do the braces one? Maybe I did the braces one. Maybe I didn't. I don't think I did the berries fluffle one. I'll have to do that one still. But yes, Easter eggs. Easter eggs. So we also want to automate the rest of this change too, which might be difficult because I don't think the patch to the other file is going to apply cleanly. Where's the... Oh, I collapsed. Sorry. Why is this here? I don't see this used anywhere. D_full Debian rules. Where's the rules file? Rules. D full unused. Okay, so we can ignore that at least. So we kind of want to find the last P. That sounded weird. We want to find... Why are these ones done? Oh, P_L. We want to find this one. And then we want to insert a line after it. Let's see, said insert after last match. Then after plan line after last match with set. Oh, this sounds like exactly what I want. Oh, fuck me. Tack awk tack. The explanation is left to the reader to puzzle over. Well, fuck you too, Poton. I do kind of like the tack version. Let's see if we can get this working with tack. We want to search for P_not L. Yeah. Oh, and then we have to do the same thing here. P_not L. And then P full colon equals Debian slash Debian slash Oh, no, I just need this. Peaver dash full. Peaver dash full. I know, unnecessary use of cat. Fuck. Well, that's clearly not what we want. We need carrots. Oh shit. Oh, this is a tab. Is that a tab or is it spaces? Is it a space or a tab? A tab. Bug. Okay, that looks fine. Hey, what's up, Outdated Vision? Hello, hello. If I just from typing about list, can I type memorize a list with lister? Yeah, you can. You can annotate with lists, sure, if you want to. But if you're in Python 3.9 or above, you can just do lowercase list bracket stir. Now you don't need an import. Because 3.9 is pretty cool like that. Okay, so that terrible thing. Fuck. Maybe I should write this with Python. This seems hacks. Oh, also we have to figure out how to do this line. Do we have a line that looks like that other line? Yeah, here it is. Yeah. Hey, what's up? Rot Kilble, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Mr. Python! Hello, hello, welcome back. It's good to see you. My Python 3 is apparently Simlunk to 3.8. Yeah, that makes sense, because you were on Vocal. And on Vocal, it is 3.8. But if you dead snakes it up, you can get 3.9 or 3.10. Which are more like undead snakes. You know, I bet I could just apply this patch cleanly. Let's see if we get this. Let's see if we can find this line in previous ones. Rep */debian /rules. This thing. Fuck me. I want the backslash in there. Oh, I'm a dummy. I am a dummy. This needs to go here, Debian /rules. And then I gotta escape some shit, maybe? Whoops. What am I missing? What do I... Oh, Princes? Oh, this is gonna be a tab, too. 3.6, 3.7, 3.8, 3.9. Why is it not in the nightly ones? Because I don't have the right branch checked out. Okay, but it looks like that line is all the same. So in theory, I could just replace that line. Okay. Easy. I see 3.9, but didn't know 3.10 is still in alpha. It's going to be in beta on Monday. Mr. Python says, what does deadsnakes mean? Who chose this name and why? So I did not choose this name. This was chosen by the previous maintainer, Felix. Felix Krull, who originally created this repository as back ports of, well, I guess forward ports of old Pythons. So it was meant to enable you to continue to use really old Python versions on more modern distributions of Ubuntu. But I was like, hey, why not new versions too? And Felix was like, I mean, you want to do new versions, ship it. I also don't use Python anymore, so if you want to take over, go for it. And so I started maintaining deadsnakes. That is the story of deadsnakes and what this is all about. Actually, I'm pretty sure I have a video about this. Pretty sure I did a video about deadsnakes. Yeah, there you go. What is deadsnakes? Check out that video. It has more in-depth details about what you are asking. Nude versions? Nude versions? No. P2 to 3. That one does not have P2 to 3. What the fuck? Why not? Oh, because you're 3-6. 3-6 is the weird one. This one doesn't have it either. Oh, because... I guess that's why we have our weird-ass set. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. No, it's okay. Right. That rationalizes this. Okay. So let us, I guess we'll open that file with open debian/rules as f lines equals list f. For line in for I line in lines. If lines or if RE we do now. If RE dot match P underscore not L. Line in lines I plus 1 and not this. Yeah, then lines dot insert I plus 1 P full tab colon equals beaver dash full back in break. And then we also need to find the line that look like this. Place these also. I guess we can just contents equals join all the lines and contents. Oh, I got a buddy problem because this is not supposed to be blue. There we go. Contents equals contents don't replace. P full. And then with open debian/rules write mode as f. Actually, is that how I did this? Yes. F to the right contents. And then we got to do our commit. Message equals add dash full package. Then run git commit dash am message. Yes. That should actually just work. That should work. Okay, let's try that. Let us try that. So there are options to this? How does this script work? Well, we'll just run it and see what happens. Too many values to unpack. Oh, I forgot my enumerate. Dang it. Enumerate. Hey, Nalich, how's it going? Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Mr. Python says, I think snake represents Python, and dead means not guaranteed. No. I mean, the dead just means that it was... originally meant that it was not a thing. Do I see a walrus hidden in a string? No, it's makefile syntax. So it's not a walrus, it's makefile. Ali Hamdan says, forgot enumerate? Yes, I did forget my enumerate. Pop! It's future snacks now. Yeah, it's true. Last words before crash should work. I mean, I'm confident that things work, so... yeah. That looks fucking perfect. That looks exactly like this, except for default, which I don't know why it's there. I mean, what could go wrong? I guess we build this now. Which means we got a bunch of time for you to ask me questions. Oh, Solace is here. I didn't even realize. It looked like Marsha, because same color. Well, it's reasonably the same color, but I guess you have different badges. How's it going, Solace? Hello. Who says pop? Hello. Good to see you. How are you doing today? I guess, have I done work since yesterday? I think I did something off stream. Coding Daughter, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you are doing well. I recorded to talk about all repos. Oh, I forgot to merge this one. Why didn't I merge this one? So this is one of the pull requests that I generated during the talk that I recorded. I'll be uploading the unedited version on YouTube for all y'all probably on Tuesday. Tuesday. So check that out when that arrives. But I basically talk about why I wrote all repos and the functionality there. Sure, it says code developments. It does. Cool. So we can merge this. Yes. Hey, what's up? MB from OK. Hello. Anthony, have you ever worked with Tickle/Tkinter? I've done a tiny bit of Tkinter. I've not written any Tickle. Hey, what's up? N3 Directs. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Specifically theming. Oh god. I don't even know if that's a possibility in Tkinter. Like part of the point of Tkinter is that it's simple, or I guess not simple is the wrong word. Like basic. I don't know if basic is the right word either. Verge Airlines, hello, says, hello, what are you doing? I am mostly just chatting, but also working on builds of Python for deadsnakes to make them easier for people to get started working with Python. Mostly around adding -full packages, which are meta packages that install a bunch of other stuff. Groovepunk says, dude, I'm messing around the terminal and getting into it, but my question is, should I really use Python as a first language? It's got relatively easy syntax. I want to take a course by Cisco. I mean, usually when people ask me, well, what should my first language be? And most of the time my answer doesn't matter. Basically any programming language you learn will set you up well enough to learn any other programming language. So even if it's not the one that you end up writing most of your code in, you're still going to learn concepts and... actually, let me move this tab so that we don't buffer as much. Any programming language you're going to learn is going to give you valuable logical knowledge and things that you're going to be able to apply to other programming languages. So, your first language is not going to be super important which one it is. That said, you're probably going to want to learn one that's going to be, that's going to give you experience in those sorts of things, and it's going to be helpful to you along the way. I think Python's probably fine. JavaScript's fine too. C++, you're going to have a rockier road, but probably have stronger fundamentals. Something like Rust is maybe not beginner friendly. Go is beginner friendly, but to a fault. you know, isolates you from more complicated things and makes you do a whole bunch of extra work to do simple things. I don't know, but your first programming language really doesn't matter that much. Like, my first programming language was fucking TI Basic. Do I ever write TI Basic anymore? No. My second programming language, VB, VB5. Do I ever write VB anymore? Fuck no. My third programming language, PHP. Do I ever write PHP anymore? No, not at all. My fourth programming language, VB.net. Do I write VB.net anymore? Nope, not at all. So literally, it doesn't matter. Just like find something that you're going to be productive in, find something that you're going to enjoy, and you know, have the ability to learn and apply that to other stuff. And don't worry about not using it eventually, I guess, because you know things come and go. Tkinter.tdk supports theming via Tickle, but there's a limit to no Python-related docs I can find. Oh, I have no idea. Tkinter supported theming a long time ago, 2011, but I wouldn't use my example for it at all. My theme I wrote for Tkinter was a big JSON, but that was just a hack to get dark mode. Oh man. Something with a solid community and tooling behind it is my very general answer. Make stuff easier. Yeah, 100%. Bulversdad says my first language is C#, and I use it every day. I really like C#. I have not had a chance to write it in quite some time, but I really like C#. It has a nice balance between, you know, strong typing, fast compiler, you know, reasonable error messages, good tooling around it. Visual Studio is amazing, and you know, modern language features. Yeah, C#'s good. I like C#. Dickle Trip 3s, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Hopefully you are doing well. Dark mode is basically what I want to offer. Downloaded 808 themes, but couldn't get it to load. TK SVG not present. I have no idea. I would Google the error message until I found an answer. That's usually what I do. C# Strim? I don't know what I would write in C#, because I don't have any use cases nowadays for it. Now that, you know, I mostly write shitty terminal apps in Python. But Fixed Jank likes C#, D&D. Did you see they announced Visual Studio 2022? Oh, no way. It'll finally be 64-bit? Wow. Well, it took Microsoft like 15 fucking years. I mean, that's good at least. Groupunk says, you're mostly using the terminal. Yeah. Why don't use Vim? I also don't use Tmux. I do know how to use Vim, and I do know how to use Tmux, but I don't use either of them. Yeah. I mean, my current setup, I probably could be slightly more productive by using something that has more features, but I'm happy with what I use right now, and I'm still more productive than basically everyone else I work with. So, you know, if I can be productive using the tools that I want to use, then I mean, I don't care that I could be more productive otherwise. There's also, I mean, I joke, but in a way it's kind of true. My joke is that if I used Vim, I would probably be significantly more efficient and I would burn out faster. which is mostly a joke, but probably has a decent amount of truth in it. I just manually assign colors to every label. Oh no. That's a lot of work. Pre-commit GUI? What'd it do? Why though? It would just shell out for no reason. That doesn't, I don't know if that would be useful. Bulver's dad says, I could actually use some help with some C coding. I'm trying to implement a binary tree for a Morse code decoder. It's going to be a pain to hardcode all the possible combinations of dots and dashes, so I'm trying to find a way to use a table of strings and build the tree on startup. Yeah, it sounds like you want to try, although Morse code is... Well, Morse code is kind of trinary, because it's dot, dash, or space. So you could have a generalized try, I guess. Unless you've already split I mean, if you already split, then it's can basically just be a hash map or a tree map of binary numbers almost, because dot and dash you could represent as 0 and 1. What are you stuck on, Bulversdown? Why are you writing C? In the year of our Lord 2021, why are you writing C? I'm also very glad they consolidated .NET and are putting it in a regular LTS cycle. Oh, cool. Wait, what do you mean by consolidated .NET? I mean, C is fine. I just don't think people should be writing brand new code in C. There are much better languages with similar performance characteristics and similar low-level access that are significantly safer. And I'm not just being like, please write Rust. It's like, you could write Go, you could write Rust, you could write fucking Swift if you really wanted to. I don't know. Cooper says, I can't use my tools at work and it is what frustrates me. Yo, same. I can't use all the tools that I want to use either. So, you and me both. You and me both, Koopa. I feel ya. I totally understand. I'm stuck on macOS and I fucking hate it. We use IntelliJ, and last week I couldn't make a search my project even if one result just stared it in my face. Opened up my terminal and used grep to search. I can't understand how people say IDs are a must-have. Yeah, I mean, if IDs don't work, then they're not better. I think they're better when they work, but I also don't use an ID, so I don't know. They get rid of the separate types framework, standard and core. Now it's just .NET 5. Oh, okay, cool. The first LTS coming this November with .NET 6 and an LTS every 2 years. Nice. Bulver Stan says, I just need help getting started with it. I don't need the code itself, just need help conceptualizing how I'd write it. Pseudocode, if you will. I mean, you essentially want a way to write a hash table. So, or a tree, one or the other. And Googling tree or hash table is pretty straightforward. I'm not going to write a tree or a hash table in C. It's not, I mean, it's not like I haven't done it before. I just don't feel coming to it right now. But that's how I would get started. Like find someone's implementation of a, slightly object-oriented but C hash table, low-level hash table. That's what I would do. It doesn't have to be a hash table. Just hash table probably makes the most sense. Or you could do tree map. Find a C tree map and implement that. Like, I think that would get you pretty far. Inserver says, what tools are banned for you? I mean, I can't run Linux except in a VM. And I can't run any compiled Go binaries. I can't use any of my scripts that live in my home directory's bin directory, because executing from the bin directory has been banned. I can't execute from... what's the other directory that's really annoying? Precommit's not banned, so I can just wrap everything in precommit and run from that, but like... oh, it's obnoxious. Also, any software that I want to run, I have to like go through a fucking IT ticket and wait 3 weeks for them to be like, do you really need this? And then I have to be like, yeah, I do really need this. Well, let me send it through security. And then 3 weeks later, security's like, do you need this? And I'm like, yeah, I need this. And then 3 weeks later, security's like, oh, okay, fine. We'll get it approved as long as your manager signs off. And then I usually wait like a couple hours and my manager signs off. And then I can finally use the fucking software. But like, oh, it's such a pain in the ass. And so I just haven't bothered and just stopped using tools that aren't already provided. So, whatever you're gonna do. Slow IDs looking at you, JetBrains can also harm your workflow. It's true. JetBrains is notorious for, being kind of slow. Man, your company's looking way over your shoulder. I think there's a healthy amount of paranoia from like a security perspective and running software on laptops. I think Stripe has over-indexed on their stance for security, and I mean it definitely shows with their like operating system policies. But yeah, when you over-index on security, you end up with absurd processes around getting anything running or installed or any of that jazz. Fisk Jake says, I need to look at improvement. We're starting a new fast API project from scratch. I'm really trying to push for better tooling in our Python repos. Yeah, I mean, pre-commit would be. I don't write anything in Python anymore without using pre-commit. I don't write anything in other languages either without pre-commit, but you know, it is slowly becoming an essential tool in the Python ecosystem. VS Code is not great for languages other than JavaScript and TypeScript. I think that's true. VS Code has a lot of support for other stuff as well. My company's kind of overkill with it. We're technically not allowed to install anything ourselves. We have our own package management software that we're supposed to use for everything. Oh yeah, we have that same shit too. Oddly enough though, there's a funny fucking loophole in the software management at Stripe. And maybe I don't know. Hopefully no one at Stripe is listening. There's a funny loophole though that I've learned. One of the approved softwares is, well, two of the approved softwares are VirtualBox and VMware. So if I'm not allowed to run the tools on the host, I can just run a fucking virtual machine. I can run it in a VM, and it works fine there. So, I mean, that's what I'm gonna do until somebody finds out, and then I'll probably quit. That's what I'm currently doing, is I'm running in a VM. Preaches 1.1. Yeah, exactly. Goop says, I've never heard of tools for software protection being harmful, companies getting hacked, ransomware, virus. So the stance by the security team is that if it is software we don't know what it is, we're going to by default block it. And so they've taken an allow list approach to software instead of a block list approach to software, which makes sense. It's a extremely defensive take on security. That said, I think a better approach to security is not trying to lock it down in that way, but instead, having defense in layers, like requiring human access to do destructive actions. So like, require you to tap a YubiKey or require you to SSH to a DMZ, or like, have these steps in place that make it so that a local machine is not a target. Like, don't care, like assume the laptop is already compromised and design all your software or design all your systems around, having untrusted things connecting to your network. Abdul Ohab, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you are doing well. Lyft was venturing more down that path, and I felt much more comfortable with Lyft's approach to security than Yelp or Stripes. Because Yelp did the same shit. Yeah. But anyway. VS Code changed something with the autocomplete. Whenever I type class foobar, it puts parens behind it. Also, when using types, it puts parens behind stir. Huh. Weird. Is that the, oh, this is surely done by now. Okay, so this is built packages. Presumably it succeeded. I do want to try them, though. Oh, this is gonna suck. So we should have a full package here, right? Yeah, we have a full. Why is it labeled AMD 64? It should be no arch. It should be all, because this should just be a little meta package. What does it contain? What do you contain, full? Oh, that makes me think this is fucked. Oh, we also have to RM star, Xenial star. Let's see what's broken here. R. 3.10 dash full. App update and app install R. Because there are archives, not tar archives. Mr. Jake says, join my team in March. I think it's my favorite real... I'm confused. This is my... I'm gonna assume what you mean is this is my first real experience with Python. Oh, and is my first real experience with Python, so I'm not really used to doing. I'm used to .NET where everything's in Visual Studio. I see. We have a package that just gives you admin for 2 hours. Use that for a few things to install some of my tools I like, but aren't in the package list. Oh, cool. Nice. Fuck, what is the... Where do you come from, R? Binutils. Alright, I'll install Binutils. Actually, wait, how does it extract Debian packages without Binutils? I don't know. Maybe it's implemented in software. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I want -4. And then tar-xf control. Oh, we forgot xz, so we're gonna... What package provides xz? xzutils. Of course. Why would it be a normal package name? My work does the same thing. Unlike yours, security will deny requests. I mean, they deny requests as well. We still alias Docker equals podman? Yes, indeed. Oops. Okay, so that should just be the control file. What is in the data directory? User share doc. A symlink. Wait. I thought that symlink was supposed to be deleted. What? Anyway, I don't know why this package is AMD. There's nothing binary in here. Maybe because it depends on a binary on an AMD package? I don't know. I don't know. Let me in control. Yeah, it says architecture any. Why did you end up with AMD? Is it because of this? Is it because of this? This? What? Oh, I guess I could look at how Debian's turned out. Oops. Debian testing Python 3.10. What do you want? Experimental. Wait, why do they not? What? There you go. Python 3 full. Oh, they've backported it. Interesting. 3 full, which depends on, should be Python 3.9 full. Yes. What architecture are you? Are you multi-arch or are you not? Where's the little download file? Oh, it is architectured. I don't understand. That doesn't make sense to me. Weird. Anyway, it looks fine. Looks good. All right, so let's install this, I guess, and see what happens. Do we still have that Docker container? No. App update. The first company didn't really deny anything, but they monitored computers. Remember the big coming down when Sublime Text became super controversial? Whoa, what? They said no virtualization, but all their tutorials were launch VirtualBox image. That's funny. Thai Tomo says, want to write these animations for my user interface for me. What? Are you talking to me? You want me to write animations? Do you fucking see what I'm working on? I mean, I'll do your fucking animations. They're gonna be shit. I am not a designer. C++ uses DirectX 9. Never mind. I no longer want to do it. I thought it was going to be CSS. I can do CSS. I cannot do DX9. Also, isn't DX9 like super fucking old? Isn't it like DirectX 11 now? DirectX. Isn't DX9 like super fucking old? Where's the, what is it? Yeah, 11. 12 isn't it? It's actually C++, CSS++. What are you animating? What are you animating, Taitomo? Just because I'm curious. I wanna know what's up. What you doing? What's going on? I bet it's something lewd. Yeah, you want me to get the jiggle physics on the penises? Alright, what is the first package? I think it's libpython minimal. Yep. Then we want... Actually, we can probably just try and do the full package. Python 3.10 dash full. And just be like, you forgot some dependencies. You need 3.10. Then we do 3.10. And then... started. And that's gonna be like, you don't have this thing. So then we can do 3.10 dash minimal. And that's gonna be like, you don't have this thing. Or it'll succeed. And then we can go up to this one. And then this one will be like, you're missing libpython standard libs. libpython standard lib. This is what the what apt-get does behind the scenes, by the way. It goes through all this shit. Time zones. Yeah, I deserve that bong. That's for sure. Nothing crazy, just interface controls like sliders and drop downs. Do I look like a fucking coding service? Like, I don't feel like that is what I would do. Oh wait, why is this one succeeding now? Okay, so now we can go to the full package. Full package should be like, oh, you're missing the test suite. So then we will install test suite. Test suite. Yes, and then I hate that the test suite is part of the dependency. It seems kind of weird. It doesn't make sense. Neuron says, Craigasm. Hey, what's up, Bunnier? Hello, hello. Good to see you. Mr. Wormhole says, why not Debian over Ubuntu? Are you just trying to start flame wars here? I mean, if you want realistic answers, it's because I've been using Ubuntu for much, much longer. If you want real reasons, it is because Ubuntu has a better release schedule and better support, better packages, better documentation, and better tooling. But mostly it's because I've been using Ubuntu for like 10 fucking years. That's the actual reason. Then we got this details, then we got VF, and then we should be able to do full again, and it'll tell me the next thing I need to install, which is idle. Who fucking uses idle? No one. Literally no one. This is gonna make me install TK. 10-TK. Oops. This one. And then we can try idle again. After it installs a full desktop environment. Jesus. IL. We can do full again. Just install a JavaScript library. Wild. You code like 24/7. What do you mean? I gotta make my game enhancing software look nice. Why did you choose DirectX 9? I'm still confused about that. Install all the full package again. Now we need JDBM. Bitch. We don't want the bug version. I haven't even been coding for 10 years? Why do you use a dummy text editor? But yeah, hopefully that was a useful answer, Mr. Wormhole. Hey, Shaz Robot. Hello, hello. Good to see you. Just what I use for your menus. Okay, I see. Mr. Wormhole says, what is the use case of CPython over normal Python? So usually when people talk about CPythons, normal Python, that is normal Python. CPython is normal Python. So what do you mean, Mr. Wormhole? What are you trying to say here? Okay, this looks like it worked. Cool. At this point, my machine would run. This container's not even that big. We can actually show how much it added here. Docker commit this swat. Oh, it's gonna tell me that I need to stop it, probably. Or it's not. Or it's just gonna hang forever. Who knows? Is it like Ruby being JRuby? Yeah, so when you talk about Ruby, like normally when you talk about standard Ruby, that's C Ruby. In the same way that standard Python is C Python. There is J Python. It's called, what's it called? Jython. Jython is the Java Python. And there's Iron Python, and there's a weird Go Python. There's also a weird Rust Python. The Go and Rust ones aren't feature complete in any way, shape, or form. Neither is Jython or Iron Python by those measures either. But then there's PyPy, which is actually pretty fucking good. PyPy's pretty fucking good. Yeah, this is only 293 megs. Yeah, the server. If you only have 293 megs of free space, then like you probably have bigger problems. But yeah, I think this full package works. So I think we're going to I think we're gonna call that good and release it. Head and head carrots. This also did the changelog entry for me. Pretty sick. Oh, I didn't auth my password manager like an idiot. Is there a No. No, there's not. Alright, you're gonna look at my face for a little bit while I type in a password, so give me a sec. Okay, password has been typed in. We good. Nice face person. Sarcastic Dante with the fuck pie. As you do. As I understand. Uh-oh, this is gonna not go well. Wait, no. I think we have to do that first. I think we have to check out that branch first. You seem to remember that being a problem. Password entry detected. Indeed, Binary. Mr. Wormhole says, I actually wonder how Pygame binds Python to C code, SDL, and manages garbage collection in C. How Pygame works. I am actually not familiar with Pygame. I seem to remember... No. Pygame, I seem to remember it's C types. Which basically means that the... Oh no, it is not. It is a straight C-lib. Hey, what's up, Sangor? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Looks like most of their stuff is in C. So they wrap STL objects with Py objects. They probably utilize the Python garbage collection for Python objects, and then we get my GPG password. Just haven't fixed. Oops. Stop scrolling. Hey, what's up? Akif Mehmet, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Isn't C dependency a bad thing? Memory leaks, etc. I mean, if you can write in something that's not C, do it. That's my recommendation. But there are some cases where it may be avoidable. And Pygame has literally decades of legacy. So it wouldn't surprise me if you know, Pygame chose C when there weren't other choices. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure there weren't other choices when Pygame chose C. Anthony's recommendation: write something that's not C. That's not what I meant, Marsha. That's not what I meant. Marsha. Oh, I'm actually much happier that I can just be like Marsha. Because that flows off the tongue much better than Michaela ever did. Marsha. God damn it. Can anyone write Rust on this chat? I can write a little bit of Rust. I said there was a name change. It's true. Marsha prestiged. Now we've got. Wait, have you made it in the top 10 again? I don't think so. I think you got a little bit to go. And then you can make the Rust compile yell at him. It's true. I'm nowhere near. I feel like you're within like. Yeah, you're within 300 messages of passing Shaz. Rust AGMA, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. We got our GPG password again. For me, it's all about dependency management. If I need something quick or portable, I'll use Python. For the rest, I use Rust all the time. Yeah, that makes sense. I smell a hiding fox. I want to write more Rust. Wait, is it supposed to be Rustagramma? Is that what Rustagma is? Ms. Romwell says, I get the feeling of crashed to the wall when I had no programming knowledge at first learning times. It's how Rust feels every time I try. Yeah. Rustagramma, yeah. From AoE's Prostagma. Age of Empires? I've actually never played AoE. Assuming you're meaning Age of Empires. Although, it was extremely popular in my college dorm. They would have a bunch of LAN parties. Tubeworm's here! How's it going, Tubeworm? Wait, raid? You're a lone raider. Welcome to the stream, Tubeworm. Hopefully you are doing well. Checklist. Alright, we got 310. Done, Unfocal, and Bionic. Sick! Nightly. I gotta do the same thing, night, except I think this one, there's like a nightly thing. Yeah, we set nightly to 1, because we don't set the changelog there. Nightly equals 1. T. Why did you not modify? Oh, it did. Okay. Looks good. And I think the rest of this, until we get to 3.6 is pretty smooth sailing. Actually, 3.6 should be automated too, due to the code that we wrote. This is really just a lot of manual shit until then. Ubuntu Bionic nightly push. Seg so those out of the way. Then we'll do 3.9. Oh wait, 3.9 might be different now. Oh fuck. Oh wait, 3.9. Yeah, 3.9's gonna be different. 3.9's gonna be different. Shit. Ah, because of this. Because of this. Python 3 distutils. Because the distutils package is generic, so it contains the sources for 3.8 and 3.9 on Focal. And Bionic has the same problem for 3.8. That sucks. Goop says, remember the case where I wanted to do a simple snapshot script for Docker containers? I had to do it in Bash with very dirty regex magic. My decision in Python was a new technology that would not fit the project. You can just use Docker commit. You don't need to do anything special. Docker commit has that built in. Rostagna says, its unit sound somehow stuck me for a long time. I see. Drip RL says, what a rating. If you do bang today, you can learn more about what I am working on. Marcia says, reminds me, I keep wanting to install Docker and do the set it not to run as root. So rootless Docker? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, maybe make it happen. Chasterwood says, did I see that you're going to be doing a talk? Yes. I will be posting the raw footage on YouTube on Tuesday. I have edited it down slightly for the actual conference that I was kind of voluntold into. I mean, I'm happy to do it, but it was also just like, hey, you're a Python person. Do you want to give a talk? And I was like, they're like, cool. I'll put you in for a slot. I'm like, guess I'll do a talk now. But yeah, I'm doing a talk on all repos. You know what? Fuck it. Do you guys want to see the footage? And we could just play the footage. Would you want to see that? We could do that. We can do that. What does chat think? Do you want to watch the talk? We'll watch the uncut talk. All right, let me turn on. Let me change the desktop audio so it ends up in the YouTube video. That way, this isn't just like the worst chunk of footage ever. All right, here we go. Hello and welcome to another video. Is that loud enough? We're gonna be talking about. Is that loud enough? Is that loud enough, chat? Not really. All right, we're gonna turn it up to 125%. Hopefully that's good enough. Hello and welcome to another video. In this one, we're going to be talking about all repos, which is a tool that I wrote. Are there any bloopers? This is literally the bloopers. The reason for writing this tool, the YouTube as well as version has small, demo, everything. And, yeah, hopefully it goes well. Anyway, let's jump into it. All right, so in order to frame why I wrote all repos, I've actually written it 3 times now. It's true. It's true. 3 times now. The first time I wrote it was when I was at Yelp, and it was during a period where Yelp was transitioning from a monolith to. I literally recorded this earlier today. I guess I should probably talk about what all that means first. So first, we're going to talk about what monoliths are. The idea behind a monolith is that when a company starts out, you never really realize how big it's going to be, and so often many companies start by just having one large repo where they throw everything into there. You sound not like you. Yelp was, pretty similar to this. There was this is what all my YouTube videos Yelp sound Main, like. Which had both, the desktop site, the biz owner's site, the mobile API. Basically, everything was thrown into one repository, and this was really convenient when Yelp started out. Like this is convenient for a lot of companies. It's really easy to take one repository so much more and formal. Make that one work well. Oh, I mean, I don't swear in my YouTube start introducing lots except I did say shit once. Multiple repositories, you suddenly get into more deployment issues and all sorts of other stuff. And I'll actually get into more of that later. Which video was that? I don't remember which. There's one video. A monolith doesn't necessarily solve all the problems.
Yelp ripped me off 4 times. I mean, that doesn't surprise.
A company in particular, it can be really hard to figure out who owns some things.
Which Anthony is the real Anthony?
Ambiguous owners like, oh, who do I poke for this particular file? Well, you don't really know unless you happen to know the entire code base and happen to know everyone that works there. Now, there are other systems around
which
this
Anthony is this too, Worm, right?
Build another system on top of this, but on its
being
own
a good
level,
boy,
it's kind of
yeah.
make this difficult.
Hey, what's up, the Ida Valen?
It's also slow
Well,
to
let me pause
integrate
this
and
for a
develop
sec.
as this.
Pause. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. We are previewing. Oh nope, that was almost the wrong handle there. We're previewing a talk that I recorded earlier today. we're previewing a talk that I recorded earlier today. But welcome back. It's good to see you again. How was your stream? How did your stuff go? And when we get back to programming, we're working on bumping newer versions of Python to have full packages. But yeah, this is you're right, Catherine. This is a pretty good still shot right here. I noticed watching the footage back as I was editing, like this is very much an Italian an Italian video. I'm very much talking with my hands here. But anyway, we're gonna continue here. Thank you again for the raid, Ida Valen. My viewers should check you out as well. Good messed around with Q and Twitch.io, which seems to be a bad idea. Oh no. Are you having trouble with that Twitch library?
Grows and grows and grows. Its build gets slower and slower. Its deployment gets slower and slower because you tend to have one big artifact that you're deploying somewhere, which has its other problems as well, like performance and other things there.
I edited this part out.
But yeah, and
it has problems like performance and other things. Yeah, like other things. Like, ugh, cringe.
Lastly, and there are many other problems with monoliths. These are just the 3 that I decided to throw there.
Multiple
the last is, as a repository grows to a particular size, your version control system may have trouble keeping up with a particularly large repository. For instance, Git, although they've been making a lot of changes recently to support larger repositories, notoriously does not support big repos all that well. And usually when you end up in this situation,
I know it's fine too, bro. I'm
monolith, you usually, the popular solution is to go to microservices. And there are kind of 2 different approaches to microservices that I've seen popularized. One is monorepos, which we're not going to really talk about today. Beyond that, monorepos are basically a single repository, but there are many repository-like things inside of them. So you have independent components all versioned in a single repository. They have their own sets of problems, their own sets of infrastructure that you need to build to support them, but we're not gonna talk about them today. The solution that I'm much more familiar with.
Are you ready for this slide that it took me 2 hours to make?
Microrepositories for microservices. The idea behind microrepositories is you have many services, and each of your services has its own repository, and it is its own independent deployable piece. And this has some benefits, like it's much easier to deploy them because you can deploy them independently, and like ownership is unambiguous because your team owns this entire repository. And the version control system tends to scale better because you're dealing with a very, very small repository. However, they're not,
you can notice I'm looking over to find the little button I have to click to switch slides.
Problems that micro-repos have in that, it can often be difficult to find code. Say you're one service that calls another service. You want to know, oh, well, where is this endpoint?
Also, I have 0 notes for all of this. This is all just
which can be difficult to find sometimes.
Off the top of my head. I didn't prepare for this at all.
What file it's in.
Other than
traversing code boundaries can be quite difficult. With many, many repositories and many independent owners, it can often be difficult to make sure.
Yeah, doing it off the dome. That's how
all the stuff looks about the same.
That's how I prefer to make presentations.
That's easy to have in small repositories, especially because as you bootstrap new ones over time, and you have some base template, that base template is going to change, and so often it's difficult to keep them all in that same structure and design. And lastly, sweeping changes are really difficult because on the tin you have to go to each of these repositories and apply this. And yeah, for the final recording, my keyboard and the double of my face are not obscuring the text, so you know that they're actually there. But yeah, for the preview that you guys change over and over, and that can be either very tedious or something that's just never pursued because of because it's difficult to do correctly. And these particular problems are the original motivation for writing all repos. As Yelp switched to having micro repositories and microservices, both libraries and services, so not just services, we started to encounter a lot of these problems. Oh no. Started to encounter a lot of these problems. It was often difficult to services, so not just services. Oh no. Can I move? I can only move by like seconds. How do I move slightly? I guess I should pause on it. For writing all. Oh, that's too far. Wait, no. All repos. As Yelp switched to having micro repositories and microservices. Sorry, this is going to be really obnoxious for you guys, but libraries and there's like a really services, so not just services. Oh damn it! I missed it. I did all that and I missed the fucking frame. And microservices, both libraries and services. This is the this is the frame that I wanted to freeze on. Accidental hangout. Just services. We started to encounter a lot of these problems. It was often difficult to say, like, oh, where does this particular piece of code live? And, how do I fix it? How do I fix it everywhere? And this is where I originally wrote the first closed source version of all repos. Now, that wasn't necessarily the only use case for all repos. I actually had my own personal use case, which triggered this second slide. You ready for this shit? I left Yelp at some point, and I maintain a bunch of different open source things. This took me so long to put this whole slide together. Oh, you can't even see all of it. There's deadsnakes hiding behind the keyboard, and PyTest hiding behind my face, but like this slide took me forever to put together. And I've got a little Easter egg for you that for you all that recognize my face, in that this isn't my GitHub avatar. This is not the GitHub avatar. Oh my god! But yeah, this slide took me 2 hours because I had to like track down all these assets, which was hard because PyTest is like super hidden. Most of it was finding PyTests, to be honest. Then I had to edit them so they would show up on a dark background. Like PyCQA, you can kind of see that I didn't do a very good job of rotoscoping here. Like I probably should have increased the tolerance of the Magic Wand tool, or buffed out the edges. Like the edges are a little bit fuzzy here. And like this weird purple gray background, I had to put that here because otherwise you couldn't read any of these three. Pre-commit shows up nicely, and Ubuntu shows up nicely, and Sash shows up nicely, and my face shows up nicely. Oh, but man, putting this together was a lot of work. The other thing that like sucked about putting this slide together was this was the first slide that I made, and I duped my normal like Twitch streaming slides or Twitch streaming scenes and edited them, and OBS for whatever fucking reason does shallow copies of scenes. And so by editing this scene here, it fucked up all my other stuff. Which, oh my god, it was a lot of work. But anyway, let's continue this. And the second iteration of all repos. What's the deal with the Easter egg? Oh, this is a updated version of my GitHub profile photo. It is a tool to make it easier for me to maintain lots of open source repositories. because they have a lot of the same problems as micro-repositories have at companies. You have a ton of them. They all drift ever so slightly, and it can be really difficult to figure out, oh, I know I wrote this somewhere before. Where do I find that piece of code? And so all repos was also a solution for me to solve the micro-repository problem, but for open source. And I guess now we'll just jump in and show you a little bit of a demo of all repos to show you how to get started, some of the tools and command line helpers that it provides, and how to go about auto fixing something. So let's jump into that.
That was like super redundant.
Okay, so I'm gonna just start with a blank blank directory here. You can see we've got nothing here. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to install the all repos tool. So I'm going to set up a virtual environment, and
but YouTube's going to get the whole thing.
We're going to do pip install all repos, and this should bring in the all repos command line. You'll see that it has a single dependency on identify, but for the most part, it's pretty self-contained. It should work on Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. The testing outside of Linux is significantly less, but it should work on all the platforms. People have confirmed that it has worked there before. Now, the first command that you're going to run in all repos, I guess I should open up the README and kind of show you where it lives. It's on my GitHub, so you can search all repos GitHub and get to ace.ly/.
Right after this is the first fuck up.
And it has a bunch of command line tools and a bunch of configuration. The README is pretty long, so I'm going to go over most of the basics of it, and you can read the rest of it at your own pace. So the first thing, the first command that you're probably going to run in all repos is all repos clone. This is going to take all of the repositories that it has access to and clone them to disk. Now, of course, when we run this for the first time, all repos clone, I think it's stack traces. Yeah, it's still stack traces.
Embarrassing.
I probably need to make a little bit better error messages here. But the first thing that we get is that there isn't an all repos.json. And most of all repos is driven by this particular configuration file. This specifies, what repositories you're going to clone, and the clone, or what is it called?
Yeah, so the next part of this is, precisely why live demos suck. Because I make like a big mistake and it fucks up like a big part of this.
I forget what it's called, but we'll look at an example configuration.
Yeah, I know. I need to make a pre-commit video.
Start by cloning that. So let's.
Rainbow Sweet says, why is there two of the same guy? We are reviewing a talk that I'm giving soon. Well, a virtual talk. So we're reviewing the raw footage of a talk. Axel LVV, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you are doing well. But yeah,
copy
this command I completely
I'm actually going to copy
up.
both of these here. There is oops. Oh no.
Oh no.
Shoot.
I cut this.
Well, we'll
part
do this
too.
live. Let's see. All repos. Okay, not JSON. This is the one where I blanked out the credentials so that you can't really see what it's going to do. I blanked it out so that you can't just steal my creds. But there is a few configuration options that happen here. The first and the most important one is the source. This is how all repos is going to clone repositories. There's a bunch of different sources, and you can write your own if you had, a special one-off source. I'm using the GitHub source here, which is going to clone every repository that I have access to. For that, you specify an API key. This is what you'll use to, scrape the repositories from GitHub. The username actually is technically unused, but can be used for some stuff if you need it. And I say collaborator true. This, will include other forks. I actually don't need collaborator true for this, so I'm going to leave that out. That's if you want repositories that you have contributor access to, but don't explicitly own. And you can filter down the repositories. So I'm saying include everything in ace.ly, but we're going to filter out ancient Pythons, particularly because this one is large and I rarely care about the contents of it. So we're going to filter it out. We tell it where to output these repositories. So we're going to put it in a little repos directory. And finally, there's a push module here. This specifies how repositories are going to get pushed if we do a distributed refactor, which we'll get to later. So that's the all repos config. I hope that this config has the credentials.
It doesn't.
If not, I'll have to do some searching.
Definitely doesn't. All right, but the first command we want to run is all repos clone. This should clone all of our repositories.
Yep, doesn't have the credentials.
Key error source. Oh, this means that the all repos config is broken. Give me 1 sec while I fix this up.
I cut this part out.
All right, fix that up. Opened up this file. I added the one line that was missing. So now we should be able to do all repos
There's
clone.
a cut there.
And what this is going to do is it's going to reach out to the GitHub API. It's going to find all of the repositories that I have access to, and then it's going to clone them all on disk. Now,
I was actually so surprised how quick this was.
But this should still complete pretty quickly. It clones them in parallel, so it's a little bit faster.
I was almost certain I would have to stall for much longer.
Everything that it has access to. There was an error that happened there. That's because I have some empty repositories. Empty repositories currently aren't clonable, but I don't think you would want to do.
So the compression is like super fucked during this sequence.
Anyway. Okay, cool. So now we have cloned all of our repositories. And if you want to, update all your repositories, you'll rerun all repos clone. I'm not going to do that here. The next command that I'm going to show you is all repos list repos. This kind of shows you all of the repositories that you just cloned down.
Creative Null! Thank you for the raid. Whoa, I didn't realize you streamed, Creative Null. Well, welcome to the Stream Raiders. We are currently reviewing a talk that I am virtually giving in a couple of weeks or something. This is the raw footage that I edited later, that I'm editing later. But I'm just gonna stick the raw footage up on YouTube, I think on Tuesday, because it's about the normal quality that an Anthony Writes Code Explains video would be. So fuck it. But we're reviewing the footage right now. It's about a tool that I wrote called All Repos. We're actually getting to the juicy part, which is the demo. But yeah, my viewers should check you out. And welcome Raiders. Captain says, what software do you use to edit the video? I use this free software called Shotcut. It's all right. It works for basically what I do is rearrange clip segments, overwrite with transition, and cut chunks. That's basically all the editing I do. Although most of my YouTube videos are completely unedited. Occasionally I will re-put in segment of outro or something, but for the most part I don't do editing. Usually I ad-lib for 5 to 20 minutes and then just upload it, which works well enough for me. This was an 11-minute plus a 9-minute ad-lib, which is pretty straightforward. But hello, Creative Null. How's it going? My peanut brain still can't figure out which Anthony. The top Anthony is what's talking for this video. This Anthony is the one that's. I'm the Anthony reacts to Anthony. All right, let's continue. So you can see there's quite a few here. And the way the commands are designed, I'm so glad that wasn't
to be
88.
composable, so you can run them, and pipe their output into other stuff and use them.
Oh no, I did it again! I did the fucking eye roll again. Did you see it, chat? I'm not gonna roll back for it.
The tools that I find much more powerful than just cloning and okay, here you have them all on disk. All Repos provides a bunch of distributed searching tools. The first of which is All Repos Find Files. All Repos Find Files. And so what this will let you do is it will let you search for files by file name. So let's say we wanted to find all of the repositories which have talks configured in them. So we can do All Repos Find Files, and you'll see that it can print out all of the repositories that we have here. We can also specify some command line options to just show the repository name or just show the path. So if we just do repos, you'll see it'll just have the path here. If we did output paths, I think it is, yeah, then it'll use a slash instead of a colon here. That way, if you needed to pipe this into another tool, you can very quickly do this. So say I did add -5 and open those in my editor, for instance. This will let me view those files pretty quickly. You can see that even with all repos, there's still some amount of drift here. Actually can get rid of this in this file. Maybe we'll do that as a distributed refactor later. Okay, so that's All Repos Find Files. There's also All Repos Grep. This is the one that I like the most. Spoilers, we do that later in this video as a distributed refactor, because I was completely winging this. I had no plan for what refactor I was gonna do. I was just like, well, I'll figure one out as I go along, and that's the one we ended up doing.
Deadsnakes, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you are doing well.
Let's say we wanted to find my modules which use tokenize RT, for instance, in Python files. So what this is going to do is it's going to run git grep against all your repositories. And again, like there's lots of output here because there's lots of imports. And so again, you can filter this down to just repos, or as do -L to just get file names, and output paths to put slashes there, etc., etc. So you can see all of the places that this particular thing is defined in. So it's really easy to discuss.
I'm still like super amazed how fast all repos grep is. Like I'm very happy with it.
Cover code across different boundaries here. But I think the thing where all repos shines the most is its distributed refactoring tooling. All repos provides a few distributed refactors out of the box. The most useful one is all repos sed, which allows you to basically run a sed expression against all the files. So let's actually take that example from before. All repos grep show missing in talks.in.
And again, these commands are all ad lib. So I was like, oh shit, right. You can't start a grep with -- because then it's going to try and interpret that as an option. So I had to quote it and put a space in front of it. So that's why I did the little gasp laugh there.
So first we want to filter down to the repositories that have this.
It's basically XR's get grep
3
for the most part, although it's implemented in
and
Python.
I actually have this defaulted in all of my repositories based on a coverage plugin that I wrote. So let's do --repos here. So we just get the repositories here, and we're going to do all repos sed. We're going to do dry run first because we don't want to have the side effects. We're going to replace.
I should have paid more attention to the dry run, which we'll find out later.
Nothing globally in talks.ini files. And we're going to select our repos based on this search that we did up here. And this is,
I cut this part too.
Being able to,
because there's a mistake in this command.
Combine these various commands together and make them work better. So this is, splatting all of the repository names into the repos argument. So this should run.
Famous last words.
Unrecognized arguments. Oh, right. So this one doesn't take repos. So it just runs against everything. Wait, really? I could have sworn this had a filter on it.
Yeah, I cut this part out. So this is the special content that you get.
Oh, it must be because I put the --. Here.
Yep, it was because of the --. You were right, Anthony.
There we go. And so now it's going to clone and apply that distributed change automatically. And if I wouldn't have done dry run, which actually, I want to make this change anyway, so now that I verified that it's good, I can remove dry run.
I did not verify that it was good.
And it will actually go and create pull requests on GitHub for me. So you can see here.
It was good enough though, so.
It pushed, and it'll actually end up, if we go to GitHub, and we look at pull requests.
I didn't type GitHub.
The default commit message is not great.
Yeah, that's
it's very
what
literal
I
in what it's doing. I probably should have done commit message so that it didn't do this particular one. But you can see that it has gone out here and it has, created a pull request that's removed that particular, argument.
Well, GitHub's diff is weird.
These
there.
will all look basically the same.
I guess it makes sense.
The same change being applied over and over. But yeah, that's kind of the very basic of refactoring. You can also write your own refactors of these. There are a bunch of examples in the all repos repository itself, so you can click through some of these. Some of these are based around pre-commit, like auto-updating your configuration or migrating your hook configuration or other stuff like that. But all repos gives you some library functions that makes it easy to write your own auto fixer. Basically, it's 2 parts or 3 parts. One is your command line parsing if you need custom command line stuff. An apply fix function, which runs inside of the repository, can change whatever you want, and a find repos, which will give you the default set of repositories if you don't want to, do -- repos like I did here. So it allows you to filter the defaults down. Yeah, I've also used all repos sed and provided a few examples on the all repos incantations repository, which goes over some examples of where you might use all repos sed directly. These are kind of the simpler ones. So you can see, like, back when I used Travis CI, which I guess this hasn't been updated in a while, Yeah. You can see some of the
Ox.
diffs and commands that I ran and maybe take inspiration from some of those. Here's like a slightly more interesting one where it replaced, well, I guess it's not slightly more interesting. It's just a set expression. And there's a bunch of other tools that All Repos provides, just a few others to mention quickly. All Repos Complete gives you tab completion for clone. So if you want to, git clone // something, you could do, git clone g tab 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 and get your list of repositories there. There is also All Repos Manual, which allows you to do a distributed refactoring, but you manually drop into each repository. I think. Doska, we are previewing a conference talk that I recorded earlier today. So that is why you see another one of me up there that looks basically the same but slightly more sober. No, I don't have a weird twin. Oh my god. I was gonna say I don't have a weird twin that wears the same clothes as me. And then I remembered in high school, was it high school? Or was it middle school? It was middle school. In middle school, there were these twins named Ian and Zach. And they fucking dressed exactly the goddamn same. And they had the same backpack, the same lunchbox, they ate the same fucking food. They were fucking weird. I don't know why they did that. They were identical twins. And I was never able to tell them apart. Don't tell Ian and Zach. Also to make it more confusing, they're in my friend group, and instead of just being normal people and calling them Ian and Zach, we called them Zach Ian and Ian Zach, just to be way more fucking confusing. But yeah, I could never tell them apart. Apparently, like, one had a slightly different ear or something that was the way you told them apart. Thank God, after getting made fun of it eventually in middle school for doing that, I think they stopped being the same person in high school, which, like, if you ever have a twin, you either do or don't. Like, it's too late to have a twin now. But, like, holy shit, don't do that. If you have kids that are twins, don't do that. Don't fucking do that. Those kids are gonna get made fun of so much. But anyway, sorry, we'll continue. That's all of them. All Repos said, yeah. And then there's a bunch of other ones out of the box.
Oh,
also, you can configure your source and push modules in a bunch of different ways. There's a few out of the box. So there's the GitHub one. There's this JSON one. It's kind of a dummy one, mostly used for testing.
Wait.
You can clone.
Is dummy one of those words that I'm not allowed to say? Is that canceled? Am I canceled? Fuck. I'm hoping that's not one of the words. I'm hoping dummy's okay. I probably should have said placeholder. I think dummy is one of the canceled words.
For everything that forks a repository, I used this to find a microcontroller that was doing a particular set of things. You can clone a specific GitHub org. I actually used this for my startup. CI. So I have configured precommit CI to just clone the precommit CI repositories. So I have a way to make sure things are up to date there. So let's say this is one that I know I've been putting off. I need to upgrade cryptography to be all at the latest version. You can see I have a little bit of version drift here, but I can easily write an all repos autofixer to make this upgrade across everything. But yeah, that's all repos. That's the things that it solves for me, particularly maintaining all of these repositories. But it also might, make maintaining micro repos at your company easier as well. But anyway, thank you all for watching. If you have additional questions, reach out to me on the various platforms, and I will see you in the next one.
I changed the outro for the actual recording because I was like, wait a minute. The next one? The next conference talk? But anyway, there you go. Which mobile starts at... What? No way, outdate. What? What? The outro should conclude more. So I realized at this point that I had way too much content because it's supposed to be a 15-minute talk, and I was at 19 minutes already. So, yeah, I understand, fuck you, but I already squeezed too much into it at that point. So, okay, that's so weird. Outdated version. Why would? I'm actually very surprised by that. Very surprised. But anyway, I'm not gonna re-record unless they ask me to re-record, and then I'll re-record. So at least I have kept these mega slides behind, so I don't have to redo this work if I have to re-record. So this is still there. But let me put the music back on real quick. I think it's track 2 that I turn off. God, I haven't changed this in so long. Hopefully that works. All right, can you hear the music? Please tell me, chat. Tell me if you can hear the music. Oh God, I'm way out of place. Outdated version says hostile. Oh, is this a screenshot of Twitch being derpy? That's so weird. Would you like to see this message? It has been hidden by your not safe for work chat filter. Christ, I'm so canceled. I'm so fucking canceled. God damn it. That sucks. I'm not gonna re-record. Oh, I guess I could change the audio. I could record myself saying the word placeholder, then blank the audio, and then splat the placeholder audio over top. Oh, it's gonna be so much work. I'll do if someone mentions it. Otherwise, I'm just gonna leave it. Ow. I'm bleeding, Chad. I don't know where that came from, but my finger is bleeding. Alright, so the problem with the patch that we did before, if we run this, I think we're gonna have to modify stuff. So the problem is this depends on Python 3.9 distutils, and on Focal, there is no Python 3.9 distutils. So I actually have to rebase this. We have to. Why are we on Bionic? Why are we on Bionic? Damn it! Now I gotta remember whether Bionic has distutils or not. Oh, it does. Okay, so that's fine for Bionic. Okay, so this is fine. We can release this one. But I'm pretty sure the Focal one has the other stuff. Oh man, this is such a fucking pain in the ass. T-Worm says, do you have Elite Gamer Wrist Rest? So these right here are my wrist rests. They're attached to the keyboard. That's my alright, pristine tar. That's my equivalent of gamer rests. It's Smingo says, hey Anthony, can I cut my keyboard in half to type as fast? I'm actually slower. I'm slower on the split keyboard. Oh, speaking of which, there is a brand new channel point reward. There's a brand new channel point reward. If you want to make me tediously change my keyboard. So I added a new reward. I made it a little bit steep so I'm not constantly changing my keyboard. But if you want me to switch to the other keyboard, I can do that. So, anyway, I made that a thing. Because Johnny says, random thought, did you use data from shared MIME info for identify? I did not. I generated, we hand-picked file extensions for that. And people continuously add more file extensions to it. But we made sure to build identify completely from scratch to not have any weird licensing shit like shared MIME info has. So I don't have to have the whole Ruby apocalypse garbage. I was hoping change keyboard was to go from QWERTY to Dvorak. Oh god. Oh god. That would be so bad. Yeah, I should just make like, you know, give me 50 gift subs and I'll change my camera to the tub in my bathroom or something like that, right? I'll become a hot tub stream. Okay, so now I gotta do focal. So this one's different, right? Debian control. This doesn't have distutils. Yeah, it's Python 3 distutils. One of my former coworkers hot switch between Dvorak and QWERTY. What kind of crazy motherfucker was able to pull that shit off? Okay, so this one is going to need an edit here. Because the distutils reference here is not that. It should be Python 3 distutils. It also should be Python 3 2 3. Do I also need TK? I also need TK. I probably also need GDBM. I do. Well, that's annoying. Surely the VM one. Okay, that one's still the same. It is control file. Oh, I need to do make dash F admin rules. Get Steve. When is the hot tub stream? So, I mean, I could do it whenever. Probably. I feel like I maybe need to put an incentive in place. I feel like I shouldn't just hot tub for free, you know? I feel like I should convince iSatisfied to give me, you know, 25 gift subs or something. You know? Will there be programming? Yes, I will be programming from a tub. That is the plan. So I'll have like, I think what I'm gonna do is capture card my laptop and yeah, sub goal for hot tub stream, exactly. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll set that up for next stream. But yeah, I think I'm gonna capture card my laptop and work on my laptop or something. And, you know, sit in the tub and hologram away. We won't have a keyboard cam for that stream, but yeah. We'll set up a sub goal. Fuck. I don't even know how sub goals work. I'll have to figure that out. Okay, but this looks good. Get rebase, continue. Yes, oops. And then we'll release that one. We already did the bionic one. We're doing the focal one right now. Losing self-respect ain't free. Tubrum knows what's up. Bang joke! Asked to explain Unicode during an interview, Jeff went into detail about his final year university project. He was not hired. I don't get it. Seems like a bad yoke. Also, who the fuck would be asked to explain Unicode? How would you even go about that? Being like, well, it's a bunch of glyphs and numbers that map to glyphs. I think maybe a better question is to explain UTF-8. Because explaining Unicode is not hard. It's, you know, a bunch of symbols mapped to numbers. Pictures mapped to numbers. The hard part is being like, how do you explain that UTF-8 is ASCII compatible and has continuation bits and variable length encoding, and that's the actually interesting shit. I don't understand the joke though. Oh, Unicode. I'm dead. That's fucking stupid. That's such a dumb joke. That's so stupid. I hate it. I hate it so much. It's fucking dumb. That's so stupid. That's no. Fuck that. That's dumb. I get it now, but it's so dumb. God, I was too fucking tunnel visioned on Unicode. Oh, I deserved that one. That was so stupid. That's so fucking dumb. Okay, Ubuntu Focal, then Nightly T should be. Oh wait, we want to do. Oh, we can do Focal first, sure. This is wrong. We need to find the TK. Oh god, there's a bunch of TKs. These need to be Python 3. Python 3. Python 3. Python 3. And then we need to make, and then clean. And then this one we can just push. That's 3.9 nightly for focal. Alright. I'm done drinking wine, chat. I've had enough wine. I'm determined. I've determined I've had enough wine. Okay, that should be good. Push that one up. I'm gonna do 3.8 for Bionic. Is Bionic one of the ones that has the weirdness? Actually, I think all the rest of them have weirdness, except for 3.6. I think 3.8 and 3.7. Oh no, 3.7 for focal. I gotta do manual shift for most of this. Updated version says, even though the moment has passed, I just want to know that Twitch Mobile almost blocked OMG. What? Ashno, you're cute when nerdy. I see. Oh, also blocked OMG. What? What kind of auto mod setting do you have set up? Outdated version? That's crazy. Flocky says, UTF-8 is a variable length encoding. One character can take one or more bytes to encode. When reading a new character, if the most significant bit is not set on the first byte, interpret it as 1 byte ASCII, and move to the next character. Yeah, I mean, that's basically it. Classic Dundee says, let me get this right. Every app that uses GPL, LGPL libraries, even dynamically linked, has to be LGPL, GPL as well. Yes, that is true unless there is a linking exception, which very few GPL, GPLs, GPL/LGPL things have linking exceptions. Yeah, that's how fucking stupid GPL is. Yeah, if you link, you have to relicense. That's why I consider it a toxic license. Newest research suggests that modern programmers are more scarred by Unicode than IEEE 7. Wait, really? I feel like floats are more fucked up than Unicode. I feel like Unicode's way easier to do, especially if you're working in Python 3. Maybe that survey only surveyed Python 2 developers, which in that case, that's fair game. I don't blame them at that point. All right, on to Python 3.8.
This does not have the, yeah, this doesn't have the TK. So we gotta unfuck it. This has to be Python 3. This has to be Python 3. I just realized I don't have my headphones on. Because I got so mad about that stupid joke that I threw my headphones on the floor. So now I just sit in silence. Clean. Rebase, continue. I should get 3.8 out of the way. Did they fix your AST BPO before the 3.10 beta freeze? I don't think it's gonna get fixed, the end server. I don't think it's gonna get fixed. I did not have time to write a patch, and I kind of doubt that they're going to fix it for me. ffmpeg/gseries/qt/gtk are all GPL, all GPL. That's like more than half of fucking GUI apps. Yeah. Yeah. Did I say continuation bytes? I meant continuation bit. Sorry, Fauci. I fucked up. I fucked up. Please forgive. Oh my god, you know what's great about not supporting Xenial anymore? I don't have to do the double prompt on this stupid GPG shit anymore. It now only prompts once. It's chef kiss. It's so good. So fucking good. Oh, you're just okay. Cool. I might have said continuation byte like a dumbass. Alright, that's 3.8. We gotta do 3.8 nightly. You know what we can do? Shoo. Oh, is Marsha still here? I feel like Marsha has pieced out by now. You can just do this. Get apply. No. Yeah. So we can just cherry pick. That makes it easier. All right, and that makes this halfway through. No, more than halfway through. So I have to do 3.7 and then 3.6. It's genius. Yeah, UTF-8 is pretty 5-head. Pretty fucking 5-head. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. You got the spelling right that time. Implying 255 characters aren't enough for everything. Like I used to say, ASCII is racist, as is Latin 1. Sorry, it just is. There, we gotta do focal and bionic. Focal is a backport, so we should just be able to do. We're gonna save ourselves a check later and check out pristine tar. Ubuntu focal. This should just be fine. Just double check. I should really not use TK. I should probably use digital. Okay, but that looks good. And then we gotta do fuckery for bionic. Oh. Why did I... Oh. I don't know why I didn't backport 3.7 for... Oh, I remember why. Because I was like, 3.7's old. There's no way people want this. Night lead for bionic. You can't even type more than that on a keyboard. Really? How did I get a snowman character, Tubeworm? How did I get a snowman?
I get an upside down smiley face? What even happened there? Where did that come from? Those are the only code points I have memorized. Snowman and upside down smiley face. The only things you ever fucking need, chat. Is 3.8 the default unfocal? Yes. Interesting that internally in Python, well, Python doesn't actually specify that, and PyPy actually internally represents as UTF-8 because it is faster. But in CPython, in the latest version, it represents internally as UCS2 or UCS4. Actually, I think it's always UCS4 now. I think the UCS2 was a Python 2 anti-thing. But also, the Unicode type in Python is variable, so sometimes, like if you have an entirely ASCII text string, it will represent internally as ASCII. So it has kind of like a variable. It's for memory savings and cheapness, but PyPy actually changes this and represents everything as UTF-8 because the common case is that you're using UTF-8 and it tends to save memory, and you rarely work with individual characters of strings, so you cache the decode and. I imagine at some point, well, actually, CPython can't change this, unfortunately, because the C API directly exposes the byte buffers, so CPython can't change this, unfortunately. Maybe it will at some point, if like HPy takes off or Python 4 happens, but like I don't think the string representation of Python's ever gonna. Getting character number X would be slow then, but webs. That's not entirely true. Based on what PyPy has done. So what PyPy did is they cache the decoding as like a second computation. So you know, the first lookup of an nth character is slow. I mean, decoding and encoding UTF-8 is one of the fastest things you can do in Python. So, beyond like accessing a dictionary. Okay, so we did 310 or 3.7 focal. Bionic, we need to do fuckery, I think. Ubuntu Bionic. And in case you're wondering, the reason I'm drinking during this is because this is shit that I've been putting off for so long because I know how boring this is. But at least, you know, we're chatting. That's the that's what we're getting out of this. Alright, we're gonna use dust utils this time instead of. Okay. We gotta rebase. Bionic? Yeah. Edit. Yep, we gotta change these all to Python 3. Just chatting and drinking while doing menial tasks. Yeah, exactly. Timbrum says, I need an extremely ostentatious pillow on me chair. What? Is that a reference? I don't understand. What? On me chair? It seems like a very British thing to say, you know? Wow, I just like mixed British and Canadian there. You know, right, bud? In the great white fucking north, bud? Going out for a rip? The fact of life, me ass hurts. Flying. Oh shit. Ours would be more correct. You're right. You're right, Training Power Up. You are absolutely true on that one. Oh god. Oh. My vaccine hurts.
Oh wow, that hurts way more than last time. Oh, now that I'm paying attention to it. Shit. Well. It means that I can meet new people. That's what it means. My arse hurts too. My backseat hurts too. Oh no. Oh no, Twoborn. Okay, we gotta do 3.7 nightly now. 1-2 bionic. Which we just did bionic. Yeah, that looks good. Alright, we got one more to go, chat. One more, which is 3-6 focal. And this one's a weird one, unfortunately, because it's the oldest one. Okay. So we do have a VM package. If I recall correctly, we don't have a distutils package. We got rid of that. We do have JDBM. We do have TK. We don't have a lib2-3 package. God, I hope this is right. I think it's right. Well, it doesn't matter. It's not like it's gonna break anyone. It's just gonna be, like, annoying. Oh, right. Hey, what's up, Ethan Timing? Hello, hello. Good to see you. You're coming in right at the end, though. I think we're mostly done. Yeah, we're just gonna trust this is correct. I will get an email if it's wrong. Which, hopefully I don't. But yeah, that'll check off our checklist there. Man, scripting that actually, so I feel like half the time when I script something, oh shit, this will see. Half the time I script something, I feel like I spend more time scripting it than I'm gonna save in the actual outcome. But I think this time we actually saved a bunch of time because I would have had to do this extremely menial change repeatedly. And I think like the little bit of Python code that I wrote there was pretty good. But you know, it could have been worse. But how you doing, Ethan? I'm excited and apprehensive for the 3.10 beta freeze on Monday. Partially because it means I have to do a bunch of work for PyFlakes. God. I'm already predicting the asshats that are gonna be like, oh, PyFlakes doesn't support the match statement. And the people being like, oh, Flake8 doesn't support the match statement. It's like, oh, kill me. But, I don't want to backport. What am I gonna do? I don't want to release Flake8 right now either. Ugh. It's gonna suck. It's gonna fucking suck. What are the licenses you recommend? MIT and Apache? Yeah. I license all my stuff as MIT. Apache 2 is good too. Although Apache 2 tends to require you to copy around the license more than I would like. Because I think Apache 2 requires you to put it on every file, which I think is really annoying. So that's why I do MIT. But yeah, those two licenses are fine. BSD is fine too, although MIT is a flavor of the BSD license. What else? Unlicensed is good if you can get your legal organization to approve it. We could not at Yelp. Yelp legal was like, unlicensed, fuck that. That seems like bad. And we're like, oops. Whatever. But yeah, I think that's gonna wrap us up for today. We got everything that I want to get done, which is finally checking off this thing in my inbox that's been sitting unread for January, February, March, April, 3 months. Fuck. Quarter of a year. But we got it done eventually. But anyway, yeah, that's gonna wrap us up for today. Let me do my little spiel and then we'll find someone to raid. My name is Anthony. I upload my previous content to youtube.com/AnthonyWritesCode. I have been really slacking on daily videos, but there will be some next week, so I promise you that we will have some Anthony Explains videos coming next week. So check those out on YouTube. I normally stream on Monday evenings and Saturday at noon. This was a one-off stream, and there will be other one-off streams next week probably as well. But I announce my streams in 2 places. One of those is Twitter, and that's twitter.com/codewithanthony, different than my name. Because Twitter, I couldn't be Anthony Writes COD. I haven't made the COD joke in a while, so we're gonna make the COD joke. Haha! Anthony Writes COD! The other place I announce them is on the Discord, which please join. It is a nice, cool place to hang out and, you know, a bunch of other people that write code. There's beginners channel if you want to ask questions, and a bunch of smart people that can answer those for you. But yeah. Oh my god. Because I didn't have my headphones on, I didn't hear the notifications. Hailsa and D-Word Cito and Mortex and Well Koto. Thank you all for the follow. Sorry for missing your notification. I heard COVID, Anthony. I got my second shot today, so that's hype. I had COVID last year, but yeah, I don't think I said the word COVID. But anyway, thank you all for stopping by. Let's go find someone to raid.